Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matters to we the people. Ghislaine Maxwell, a longtime confidant to Jeffrey Epstein, thinks the billionaire was murdered in jail and fears suffering the same fate as she awaits trial on charges of conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse minors, according to a new report. Everyone's view, including Ghislaine's, is Epstein was murdered. She received death threats before she was arrested, an unnamed friend of Maxwell's told The Sun. A family friend told The Sun on Sunday Maxwell, 58, fears she will be bumped off inside the brutal New York jail, which warders describe as a hellhole, the UK paper reported. The friend was described as in regular contact with Maxwell at her secret New Hampshire hideaway and said the death threats prompted the British socialite to hire security guards. A federal judge on Tuesday denied Maxwell bail and ordered that she be held at the Brooklyn Detention Center, where she has been held since shortly after her July 2 arrest in New Hampshire. The indictment from the Department of Justice alleges that between at least in or about 1994 through 1997, Maxwell and co-conspirator Jeffrey Epstein exploited girls as young as 14, including by enticing them to travel and transporting them for the purpose of engaging in illegal sex acts. As alleged, knowing that Epstein had a preference for young girls, Maxwell played a critical role in the grooming and abuse of minor victims that took place in locations including New York, Florida, and New Mexico. In addition, as alleged, Maxwell made several false statements and sworn depositions in 2016. Epstein died in custody August 10, and New York City's chief medical examiner later ruled the death as suicide. A 60 Minutes report revealed that federal prison protocols were not followed in response to Epstein's death because they took his dead body to the emergency room rather than leave him where he was. Bureau of Prisons protocol mandates a suicide scene should be treated with the same level of protection as any crime scene in which a death has occurred, 60 Minutes said. 60 Minutes reviewed hundreds of graphic photographs from the autopsy of Jeffrey Epstein and inside his cell. There are two nooses, a bit of orange sheet tied to the grate of a window. On the top bunk, bottles and medicine stand upright. Below it, another piece of fabric is tied through a hole on the bed about 4 feet from the ground. Sources told 60 Minutes that a second camera inside the tier, the one that could have seen Epstein's cell door and the doors of other inmates, was not working that night. 60 Minutes recovered a note from inside Epstein's prison cell that stated, "Name blurred out, kept me in a locked shower stall for 1 hour. Another prison guard sent me burned food. Giant bugs crawling over my hands. No fun." 60 Minutes host Sharon Alfonsi asked an expert witness, Dr. Michael Baden, hired by Epstein's family to challenge the medical examiner's official findings. "Is there a photograph of when he was found dead in the cell?" "No," Baden responded. "There's no photograph taken of Mr. Epstein in the cell." "Do you think there was foul play here?" Alfonsi asked. "The forensic evidence released so far, including autopsy, point much more to murder and strangulation than the suicide and suicidal hanging," Baden responded. "I hesitate to make a final opinion until all the evidence is in. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share and subscribe. And check out democrepublix.com for the latest in news. Until next time."
We live in a Orwellian nightmare. We live in a Orwellian nightmare.